From the 1960s and well into the 21st century, the Hawker Siddeley Nimrod, the first jet-powered maritime patrol aircraft to brave the skies, wasn't afraid to moonlight as a bomber, a torpedo aircraft, or anything else the Royal Air Force required for keeping the shores of the United Kingdom safe. During the Cold War, the utmost priority was safeguarding the Royal Navy's Resolution-class ballistic missile submarines, the launch platform for Britain's nuclear deterrent. For decades, the type continually scoured the ocean for any sign of Russian warships and submarines to ward off the potential military threat that they might pose. With a massive bomb bay, the Nimrod could detect, hunt, and even save lives. Despite a rocky start as a failed airliner, an epic evolution turned this project into the ultimate maritime guardian. Since 1951, the Shackleton was the leading maritime patrol aircraft in the Royal Air Force, an evolution of the wartime-era Lancaster bomber. But by early in the following decade, it was really showing its age. In June 1964, the British government, looking for a replacement for their aging fleet, issued Air Staff Requirement 381. Several aeronautics companies offered up designs, from derivatives of British aircraft to foreign-made machines like the Lockheed P-3 Orion and the Breguet Atlantic. In the end, the proposal that won the contract, Hawker Siddeley's HS-801, surprised everyone, as it was developed from the de Havilland Comet. The world's first commercial jet airliner at the time of its inception, the Comet was an incredibly advanced aircraft, capable of ferrying passengers around at previously unprecedented speeds. Due partly to the Comet's wide ferry range and speed, its fuselage incorporated a number of special alloys and plastics made to withstand both extremely high and extremely low operating temperatures. But despite the airframe's advanced materials, several early Comets suffered catastrophic breakups while in flight due to poorly understood metal stress fractures. This caused enormous damage to its reputation. Still, the two final civilian Comet 4C airframes manufactured would become the basis for a project initially designed by Hawker Siddeley, with further development by British Aerospace and BAE Systems. As such, work on the design began at a place that was hallowed ground for British aviation workers and fanatics, the Woodford Aerodrome in Woodford, Greater Manchester, UK. The end product, the Hawker Siddeley Nimrod, was developed with anti-submarine warfare in mind from the start, and the model became a major upgrade from the wartime Shackletons they replaced. The most important change applied was the installation of turbofan engines that took the place of the original underpowered and thirsty turbojets. Now, with power delivered by 4 Rolls-Royce Spey turbofan engines, developing 12,160 pounds of thrust each, the Nimrod became the first jet-powered maritime patrol aircraft to enter service. Advantages of these turbofan engines included a maximum speed of 580 miles per hour and altitude capabilities up to 44,000 feet, with a range of 5,750 miles. Because propeller-driven aircraft were more detectable underwater by standard acoustic sensors, these features made the Nimrod more than capable of evading detection by even the sneakiest Russian submarines. Other changes included a rework of the nose assembly for radar, a modified tail unit that carried the electronic warfare system, and a magnetic anomaly detector used to help locate naval threats. The aircraft's crew composition matched its complexity. The Nimrod could fly with a support crew of up to 25, most of whom operated the various onboard sonobuoy sensors and electronic warfare equipment. However, a typical crew numbered roughly 12. Other crew members included 2 pilots, a flight engineer, and 2 navigators. The largest change in size was a major fuselage modification to incorporate a massive internal weapons bay. Up to 20,000 pounds of munitions could be carried aloft. Usually, this was a mix of anti-aircraft, anti-ship, and anti-submarine munitions, including nuclear or standard depth charges, naval mines, torpedoes, sonobuoys, and more. Later, the Nimrod was also the largest aircraft to carry Sidewinder missiles. The first Nimrod took to the air on May 23, 1967. A production order for 46 airframes was placed at this time. The Nimrod first entered squadron service with the Royal Air Force in October 1969 in the shape of the first delivered variant, the MR-1. Quite quickly, it became the primary maritime recon aircraft by the Royal Air Force for many years. Operationally, Each active Nimrod formed part of a complex submarine detection and monitoring mission. Paramount to these operations was an emphasis on real-time intelligence sharing. Upon detecting a submarine, Nimrod aircrews would immediately inform Royal Navy frigates and other NATO-aligned ships to pursue, in an effort to continuously monitor Soviet submarines and, if needed, launch coordinated strikes. This model's role would remain a secret for decades. It wasn't until the end of the Cold War that the role of the aircraft was officially acknowledged. They were usually described only as radar calibration aircraft. The Nimrod aircraft gained renown for its versatile roles in maritime patrol and search and rescue. Beginning as the Nimrod MR-1, it underwent a substantial transformation into the HS-801 Nimrod MR-2, marking a pivotal phase in its history. In 1975, the Nimrod MR-1 examples were upgraded to the MR-2 standard, featuring significant advancements in electronic mission equipment. Notably, the outdated ASV Mark 21 radar was replaced with the advanced EMI searchwater radar, greatly enhancing its capabilities. Upgrades included a new acoustic processor, the GEC Marconi AQS-901, as well as modern mission data recording and electronic support measures equipment, solidifying its modern maritime capabilities. A flight crew of 2 pilots, a flight engineer, and 2 navigators worked alongside a mission crew equipped with specialists like an air electronics officer, sonobuoy sensor experts, and electronic warfare specialists, highlighting the Nimrod MR-2's adaptability. The variant was ready just in time for the Falklands War. In April 1982, Nimrod aircraft were first stationed at Ascension Island's Wide Awake airfield. Initially tasked with local patrols for defense against potential Argentinian threats, they later escorted the British task force to the Falkland Islands and contributed to search and rescue efforts. During Operation Black Buck, while Avro Vulcans conducted bombing raids, Nimrods played vital roles in communication support and search and rescue. As the British task force neared the combat zone and the threat of Argentinian submarines grew, the advanced Nimrod MR-2s gradually assumed the roles of the older Nimrod MR-1s. Enhanced with air-to-air refueling probes and additional armament, Nimrods could operate near the Falklands, carrying 1,000-pound bombs, BL-755 cluster bombs, and AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missiles, allowing for extended reconnaissance missions. A mission to confirm the absence of Argentinian surface vessels near the coast covered a remarkable 19 hours 5 minutes, demonstrating the range and flight time capabilities of the bomber. Adding to this, on the night of May 20th, 1982, an MR-2 flew an 8,453-mile flight, the longest of the Falklands War. Overall, Nimrod aircraft completed 111 missions from Ascension Island. During the Gulf War, the Nimrod played a vital role in aiding the U.S. Navy by conducting patrols during day and night. In response to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait in August 1990, 3 Nimrod MR-2 aircraft were dispatched to Oman's Seeb. They carried out patrols over the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf. As tensions rose, the operational Nimrods were upgraded with Marconi towed active decoys to counter threats. As the situation escalated further, the Nimrod detachment expanded to 5 aircraft. While U.S. Navy Lockheed P-3 Orions handled daytime patrols, Nimrods focused on night patrols. During this period, they played a crucial role in guiding helicopters and attack aircraft in engagements against Iraqi patrol vessels. Their efforts led to the sinking or damaging of 16 Iraqi vessels. As part of these missions, 3 specially adapted Nimrod aircraft acting as signals intelligence gatherers, known as the Nimrod R-1, marked the final version of the Nimrod in active service. Even after the ground offensive ended, the UK maintained a presence in the region. From August 1990 to March 1991, Nimrod R-1 aircraft operated from Cyprus, consistently conducting flying operations. These aircraft were fitted with Marconi towed active decoys and underwing chaff and flare dispensers repurposed from the Tornado fleet. Likewise, Nimrod aircraft were deployed in the Middle East as part of the UK's support for the US-led invasion of Afghanistan. They undertook long flights for intelligence gathering. Additionally, during the Iraq War, Nimrods were utilized for identifying threats and guiding friendly coalition attacks. The Nimrod MR-2 aircraft, utilized for maritime reconnaissance, had an early retirement due to financial concerns, culminating in the final flight on May 26, 2010. This aircraft was repurposed for evacuation training at the Ministry of Defense Fire Training and Development Center. A distinctive variant of the Nimrod, the AEW-3, aimed to adapt the aircraft for airborne early warning tasks. Initially planning to convert 11 Nimrods, the project aimed to equip them with unique GEC Marconi radars in specialized nose and tail domes. However, integration challenges and problems with the GEC 4080M computer led to the project's cancellation, resulting in the acquisition of Boeing E-3 Sentry planes by the Royal Air Force. In turn, the MRA-4, designed to succeed the MR-2, featured advanced attributes, including Rolls-Royce BR710 turbofan engines. The improved MRA-4, with a larger wing and a new body, had its maiden flight in August 2004. Despite alterations, the program faced insurmountable challenges, leading to significant scalebacks. The aircraft encountered delays and cost overruns, postponing its introduction to 2010 or 2011. Unexpectedly, the entire MRA-4 project was terminated, and all aircraft, including those under development, were destroyed. The cancellation created controversy due to the project's nearly £800 million budget overrun and the aircraft's advanced development stage. Ultimately, in October 2010, the project was entirely scrapped, resulting in a substantial loss for the RAF, including 3 development and 2 production aircraft that were already operational. Search and rescue missions were another essential duty of the RAF's Nimrod MR-1-MR-2 fleet. Operating under the Royal Air Force's Air Rescue Coordination Center, Nimrods were a common sight in both military and civil maritime incidents. Throughout the type's lengthy operational life, at least one aircraft was held in a state of readiness to respond to search and rescue demands at all times. With the sensors used for hunting enemies, the aircraft could locate distressed ships or planes, excelling at spotting survivors at sea across expansive 20,000 square mile areas. Its main role was to act as an on-scene rescue coordinator to control all vessels, fixed-wing aircraft, and helicopters in the search area. For this, the large bomb bay was transformed into an all-in-one search and rescue station, complete with Lindholm gear, survival packs, and inflatable rafts to aid sailors and airmen stranded at sea. Media often spotlighted its significant participation in major rescues. The Nimrod's capability is shown in instances like spotting a collapsed dinghy during a North Atlantic crossing attempt in 1977. In 1979, during the ill-fated Fastnet yachting race, multiple Nimrods teamed up with helicopters to find survivors. Likewise, in 1980, after the Alexander L. Keeland rig disaster, Nimrods orchestrated search efforts, guiding ships and helicopters. However, plans were in motion to replace it with Boeing P-8A Poseidon aircraft, renewing the UK's long-range aerial sea patrols. This decision marked the end of the Nimrod era, a type esteemed for over 40 years of maritime patrol. Although retired, the Nimrod's legacy endured. To this day, it is globally recognized as a premier maritime patrol aircraft, admired for its iconic design. The Nimrod's honorable service left an indelible mark, so much so that many experts recognize it with the not-so-humble title of the ultimate maritime patrol aircraft.